And the green flag is out. Peter Ludwig's away. And Benjamin Heights has regained that ground he lost after that mistake a little earlier. There he is, flashing his lights, doing everything he can to distract. And it's the green flag. Great opportunity to pick up some places. That is
Jean-Claude Sada, I think.
Sada, yes, another ex-European Challenge driver picking up a place there. It's this first lap after a safety car, which is a great opportunity. And this is that battle for the lead as they come around here with 11 and a half minutes still to run.
And for Peter Ludwig, time is running out to a degree because I think he has to come in after the end of this lap, or otherwise he will see the black flag because he still hasn't taken his drive-through penalty, and he has 3 laps to do that after being notified. And I would bet that is the 3rd lap now.
That was exactly the question I was going to ask you, is how many laps he had to do that. You get the feeling that maybe he's not as enthusiastic about it as the stewards are, and maybe his team are protesting it, but we see no notification of that, and he needs to come on in. And yeah, the drive-through penalty still stands. Just hearing that, he's put in the fastest lap on lap 2, but we're looking at first and second, but net first is going to be Benjamin Heights. And a drive-through penalty for car 251. That's Rob Hodes for causing a collision.
There is James Wayland on the inside.
Oh.
There was contact, I'm sure of it.
There was. They went into the corner. They came out again with 4 wheels on the wagon, so one could only assume they survived. And into the pits was that Ludwig going into the pits. I think it was to serve his drive-through.
Absolutely, yeah. He drops down the order, and he won't be very happy about that. But it gives Benjamin Heights the lead. Rob Hodes, we have been notified a drive-through penalty. The problem that for him is that Rothschild will most likely overtake him again, and that once again could mean drama in the Pirelli M class. Something
really
that looked over and done, but it isn't.
It just goes to show in racing you can never make any assumptions. Our new leader, Benjamin Heights, he's got a decent gap, nearly 2.5 seconds over Rob Hodes, who's yet to serve that drive-through penalty. And then Rothlander in 3rd place. And you see the light is fading quickly now. In the headlights, you can see the mist being picked up off the track. Don't they look great, battling wheel to wheel? And Rothlander really doesn't need to be putting himself at risk at all, because that 251 car is going to be out of his way before too long. And again, he's got 3 laps in which to serve that drive-through penalty. And it'll be really interesting to see where he comes back on the track after that. We've got another one. Car 378 speeding in the pit lane. Another big no-no. That is Al Heggie. Have I pronounced that right?
I think you did. I think you did. I wouldn't have pronounced it any better for sure.
So yeah, Al Heggie, he is currently down in 22nd place. So not going to make a lot of difference to his afternoon, but still bad news. So bit of a bottleneck behind Rob Hodes at the moment, allowing Benjamin Heights to get away. And he's now opened up nearly 3.5 seconds, 3.4 seconds to be precise.
Rob Hodes stays out for another lap. Obviously now Rothschild will be aware of this. He just needs to carry the car home. He just does not need to make a major mistake, and the championship would go his way. I have to say, and I was very cautious before the stewards made their decision, I agree with this. You never want to see the championship decided outside of the white lines of the circuit, but I think in that case
it's got to be done.
That nudge was just a tad too much and just a tad too meaningful to just let it slide.
Yeah, and it's the aggression and the passion of this final round, and the fact that the championship's at stake. I've been in that stewarding position myself, and it's a pretty grim feeling having to hand out those kind of penalties, but you have to do this. It's the right thing to do, as it was the case with Peter Ludwig and that jump start, and there can't be any doubting that decision either. Anyway, we're looking at the battle for seconds. Benjamin Heights has cleared off down the road, 3.5 seconds gone, but a proper bottleneck behind. Rob Hodes in second place, and Murray Rothlander in third. And there in the leading two Pirelli AM protagonists in this race.
I mean, the only thing that Rob Hodes will hope for is somehow another safety car to appear somewhere, as we see John McGrew, leader in the Shell Ams and champion, dropping down the order a little.
He's got a problem, isn't he? Yeah.
The only chance that Rob Hodes has is somewhere a safety car. He can come in, take his drive through, while the other cars are not that fast. That would be his only chance, but with 6.5 minutes in the dry track, chances of that diminishing by the lap. And I think, by my reckoning, this is the last lap that Rob Hodes can do before he has to come in. So, or maybe just one more lap, but he's really cutting it thin at this race. But I will not make any predictions. We've seen craziness all over.
And I would have to say that every prediction I've made this weekend has been wrong. So, yes, well, we don't go down the booking office on my camp, will you? So here we are, less than 6 minutes remaining. We've completed lap 12 laps for Benjamin Heights and Rob Hodes. And they are all in a line. And Murray Rothlander looking again, taking a look. He wants to get past him, but he needs to not put himself in any risk at all, because he has got this one very nicely together.
In the meantime, as we can see, the 378 car of El Haggy taking the drive-through, hopefully at the right speed this time. Brian Simon has taken the lead in the Shell Am, so he's in line for winning that category. To the best of my knowledge, it could be his first race win this year. I'm not 100% sure. But certainly didn't figure in the championship chase at the end of the year. But he would be delighted with capping today with a race win.
Yeah. And so Rob Hodes has still yet to take his drive-through. That will obviously promote Murray Rothlander to second place on the track, followed by James Vayler.
And you can see by the glare of the lights that it's really, really getting to the dark outside. That might not yet affect the braking points, the recognition of the circuit, but it certainly creates a great atmosphere for us. Here is Thomas Tippel, leader and champion in the Shell category, rounding the Parabolica, coming towards the finish line. 4.5 minutes as Rob Hodes now has come in to the pit lane.
He's doing it. And when you look at the fact that Peter Ludwig, who's now back down in 17th place, he put the fastest lap of the race in back on lap 2. That says a lot about the temperature and the fact that the track is certainly not getting any faster. And of course, yes, we remember as Peter Ludwig is loitering down in 16th now. He was the leader not that long ago. Yeah, bad news for him. A little bit too eager with that right foot. Leader Benjamin Heights. And Murray Rothlander, the leading Pirelli AM driver, in second place. James Vayland in third, and Jean-Claude Sada up into fourth place. The leading Copper Shell driver, Thomas Tippel, is in seventh.
Rob Hodes, meanwhile, has come out of the pit lane in position 20, far down the order. Actually, in class, he's just one position behind Ross Charles, because all the other drivers between them, 7 actually on the grid, are in different categories. Yeah. However, the problem for him is he has to win this. He has to be ahead of Ross Charles.
Yeah. And
those drivers will not make way for him to do this across the last 3 minutes. So, barring anything unpredictable, which is almost predictable on this circuit.
Yes, the only thing that's predictable is the unpredictability, I'd say.
Absolutely. Here is the leader of Shell Am. We've talked about him. Brian Simon, great racing, very consistent, very strong here, following the other cars, making no mistakes. Giovanni is 2 seconds behind him, and with 2 minutes and 40 to go, plus potentially one more lap, it's going to be very, very difficult to make up.
This race has flown by, lots to entertain us in this. It has been a great day of racing right across the categories. We've really enjoyed it, and we're into the last couple of minutes plus one lap of the racing here today at the Monza circuit. It's the Ferrari Challenge North America. Benjamin Heights leading the way and looking very, very comfortable. He's got 4.4 seconds over the leading Trofeo Pirelli AM driver, Murray Rothlander. And you can see that gap. All he's got to do now is keep it on the black stuff and bring it home. Easier said than done, I would say.
Yes, this lap and probably 2 more after that. So there's still some time to go, some drama to be had.
Still time to throw it away. Not that I'm saying that he would, of course.
No,
yeah.
It's a fantastic race that we're witnessing. The 3-2-1 car of Thomas Tipple, that is obviously leader in the shell. That's the battle for P1 in the shell. Mark Fuller behind him. Respectful 1.5 seconds, 1.4 seconds.
Yeah. And here they come. Beautiful autumn shot around the Monza track. Coming up to the last minute plus 1 lap. And that's just so iconic to look at. Those brake discs glowing, the headlights burning. It's the Ferrari 488s, well over 700 brake horsepower in each of those machines. And we have another change for position. It's Mark Muzzo who is making a move on John Boyd. Here they come, and he's right off the track, exceeding track limits. I don't know, I'll leave that for you to decide. Onto the home straight, it's the final lap. And Benjamin Heights has just got to cruise around those last few corners. And he will be on the top step of the iconic Monza podium. A few more battles around the track, still to be settled. I think the championships are over without wishing to put the kiss of death on it. Ross Choust looking good to be the Trofeo Pirelli amateur champion after this race.
Yeah, the Pirelli Am in this race, it's Rothlander, Boyd, and 3 is Choust, after being turned around, as we saw, by Rob Hodes, who received that drive-through penalty, which dropped him way down the order. And that's going to be the decisive moment, probably, of this championship.
It is.
But with only a minute and a half to go, Benjamin Heights, James Wayland, and Jean-Claude Zada are the ones who look set for the Pirelli podium. Tipple, Fuller, and Carroll for the Shell podium. And it's Brian Simon, Giovanni's, and John McGrew, the champion, for the Shell Am, as we follow Benjamin Heights around the next 2 last turn, back on the back straight for the last time at race speed.
Yeah, he just needs to get in those last couple of corners. He's still pushing quite hard. He's clipping the corners, but he's got it all under control. He can back off now as he comes around Parabolica, and he heads on to the pit straight. He can see the checkered flag. It goes up, it comes down, and Benjamin Heights wins the final race of Ferrari Challenge North America 2018. Headlights flashing. Murray Rothlander crosses the line second to win for the Pirelli AM category. Third place, James Velland, and Jean-Claude Sada in fourth, followed by Mark Muzzo.
Mark Fuller made it and won the race. Thomas Tipple beaten across the line. And there we wait. Where is Ross Choust? There he is. Takes the checkered flag, takes P3, takes the championship. Well
Brilliant.
done, sir.
It's the Ferrari finale Mondiale this weekend, and tonight it's the award ceremony, the gala dinner, and there will be trophies handed out for the championships there. But it's all about the podium this afternoon, that famous Monza podium. And we have a number of drivers that are going to be on that one very, very shortly. Great race. What a good way to finish off what has been a thoroughly entertaining afternoon of racing.
Absolutely. A great season. I mean, we've had like 80-something races across the 3 categories.
Brilliant.
Europe, North America, Asia Pacific, and it's always amazing to bring them all together, and it's great to have some championships decided in the very last race, which we always look for, that drama, and drama we had plenty here.
And doesn't it say a lot about the health of the Ferrari Challenge series in total, the fact that we have 80-odd races, and that's going to be added to next year with the UK Challenge as well. So It's a growing series, isn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, this event, we have over 100 drivers competing across the 3 categories. That in itself is a very strong statement. And as you say,
really
there will be a UK baby joining the Ferrari family. 4 events next year. It's going to be great. It's going to be great fun to watch that grow in potentially an independent, full-fledged Ferrari Challenge Series, eligible for the World Finals as well. But then again, as we reflect on this race, just a brief look tomorrow. 3 races. Copper Shell M, then Copper Shell, then the Trofeo Pirelli classes, bunched in together into one race, and it's gonna be light to flag. Who takes the flag first? He's gonna be the world champion in each class, and that is gonna be something very, very special.
What a way to bring the curtain down on the season, eh?